Hey there guys, and welcome to TandJGamers. Now today we're sticking with the theme of FIFA. FIFA 16 is on its last legs, but there is still one more thing to get excited about, isn't
the
there?
MLS team of the season.
No, that's nothing to get excited about. We're talking about the Futties. Now, the Futties last year were absolutely great. They were awesome. I absolutely loved the Futties.
Yeah, they just came out at
cool.
the wrong time because that's when FIFA introduced price ranges, and then all of a sudden cards wouldn't sell. So even if you got one, it was just like, oh well. But yeah,
the cards themselves are great.
Oh yeah, they looked amazing.
Yeah.
The pink cards.
And this year they're bringing them back, but there's a slight twist. So what's happening this year is they're bringing out the Futties. So they've got all the nominations. So everyone who gets nominated for a Futtie in their little category will get a pink card, which are the cards that we're going to show you as well. Obviously, we don't know the nominations yet, but we've made some guesses.
Well, we don't know if that's actually been confirmed by EA yet.
It's been confirmed.
Has it actually?
Yeah, every nomination is going to get a pink card, and the winner of each category gets a pink card, but like the name strips in gold. And I think basically the nominations, I think, are going to go up by like 1 or 2 depending on their cards or whatever. But the ones who actually win get a massive upgrade. Like they get an upgrade of like 3 or 4 or something. That hasn't been confirmed, but they've confirmed that the winners will get a different. They'll get like the pink card with the gold strip, and I'm assuming they'll get a better card if they've won the category. Surely that just makes sense. But at this point, it's just speculation. We definitely know the nominations are getting them, and we definitely know the winners are getting a slightly different card. But we're going to jump into our version of things.
Yeah. So as we start, we are going on the premise that the categories are the same as what was done in FIFA 15. So I think there was like 1 for the safe hands, 1 in for the tackles, 1 for leadership,
speed,
out
position,
and then just a general goal scorer.
Yeah.
So we've done our own twist on it, and we've added like an extra category in that we hope might make it in there. Hopefully you'll agree, but let's just jump straight into it.
Yeah, so the way we've done this is Jack's picked a nomination, I picked a nomination, and then we've picked a nomination that we agree on. So we've got 3 for each category. And the first one we're going to talk about is in for the safe hands, so the goalkeepers. Now my decision here, I went for Petr. His card this year is a monster. It's an absolute annoyance because you just see someone throw it in again. They've got like a full team with full chem, and then like a check that doesn't link to either of the defenders. And that's because he's so good. He's absolutely immense. He can stop anything.
Yeah. My choice for this one is Handanovic. Obviously you come up against a Serie A team, obviously their defence is top notch, and then you get through them, and then you get Handanovic who just stops basically everything for no apparent reason. You shoot top corner, he gets top corner. You shoot bottom, he's just there. He's just one of those stupid overpowered goalkeepers that everyone hates to play.
Which is great. And our joint decision, we've gone for Hugo Lloris. Now Hugo Lloris has had an immense season in real life, and this year his card is top notch. I know for a fact he's in my BPL team. I love him. I think he's such a good player. He got an upgrade, but he didn't get a special card.
No,
which is why we've upgraded him by 2.
Yeah, one of the top goalkeepers in the Premier League in real life.
Yeah.
Came 3rd with Spurs. Good team tournament in Euros, but in FIFA, just again one of those players that you just see in goal and you're just like, no, not ready for this.
Absolutely immense. So and obviously, hopefully, I'm going to say this and hope that it does happen. Hopefully, you're going to see the player cards on the screen as well that we've made. We've made predictions on stats and stuff. Now, a couple of these players we have actually had to change because they got into the team of the tournament on Ultimate Team. So we've had to change their stats, and we looked at the stats that we put down, and we were actually pretty close. We were getting a lot of the stats bang on. So like one of the midfielders, we're not going to say names yet, we're not going to ruin the thrill I'm sure you're all having. We actually got 5 out of his 6 stats 100% correct, and then we were off by 1 on one of his stats. So we're hoping if these cards are the cards that get thrown out, that they should be fairly close to the actual stats.
Yeah, so we're definitely doing good at our jobs.
We're trying.
And we're doing good in making FIFA cards as well.
So yeah, that's one thing. We're going to jump on to the next category.
Right, skills. Now every player, like me, who can't do skills, hates coming up against a player who can do skill runs with these sort of players. My choice for this one is Balassi. You don't see a Premier League team without Balassi, and the guy can't do skill moves. He will always do roulettes, he'll do flicks, he'll do tricks, and he will get around you. Balassi is one of my most annoying players to play against who does skills.
Yeah. I've gone for something a little bit controversial in the fact that I haven't picked a 5-star skiller. I've picked Pereira, who is a 4-star skiller. Now the reason I've gone with this is because in this game he is immense. Like, you come up against him, his dribbling is next level. He's so good. He's the best 4-star dribbler that I think I've used at least. And he's just, in general, if I'm honest, he's a really good all-round player. But if you're against someone with a Pereira, it's more than likely they're going to be able to beat your defence just by dribbling. It's next level. It's great.
And then our joint decision in this one was Quaresma, and he is just a beast.
Yeah, immense.
I think he won it last year, and I wouldn't be surprised if he won it again.
Yeah, and he's used quite a lot this year as well. I've seen him quite a few times.
Despite the fact he's moved to Turkey with Besiktas, he is quite well seen, like playing up front. I played one the other day who was used as a right forward, and he scored an amazing free kick. Not quite skills, but it was a good free kick.
Cool. Okay, so our next category is out of position. So these are players that you come up against and they're normally right mid and they're playing up top. Or, you know, they're normally right back and they're playing in centre back. Those kind of things.
Yeah.
Now, for my pick, I picked Marco Reus. Last year he got a pink card, but he got it for the perfect link. This year, I genuinely think he's got a good chance at the out of position because so many times you'll see somebody move him to a left forward like card, but play him as a striker. So often in a Bundesliga team, you're playing against a Reus, and I don't know why. Is it because of pace? If so, Aubameyang. Literally the same card. Okay, not German, but Aubameyang, right? It's this similar stats. Now the stats on this look disgusting, right? The stats we've given this guy, absolutely ridiculous. And I know for a fact I wouldn't want to play it. No. Especially a striker. Screw that.
Right, my choice for this one is Sadio Mane. A bit of a weird choice. Obviously his regular card is a centre forward, but Southampton I think mainly use him as a winger in real life, and in the game he's had his informs as right mid. So I've given him this one as a right mid because I think that's where he plays and that's where he'll be good, and that's where I think he will play at Liverpool. So, I mean, with those stats as well, I mean, he looks like he's going to be a really, really good player to get your hands on.
Now, our joint decision, again, I'm using the word controversial a lot, but it is a little bit, because technically, this player, if you use the position changes, can play in this position. But we've gone with Wayne Rooney. Now, here is out. Here is out. Obviously, he's normally a striker card, but the amount of times we have come up against Wayne Rooney's, who are striker cards still, they haven't been changed, and they're playing centre mid, is ridiculous.
Yeah, centre mid or cams, but he just gets the job done there. Longshots, anything. So
he's a great player in that position. And like we said, a little bit controversial because obviously you can change him to that position, but we see him there a lot.
Yeah,
he plays there a lot. And if you look at the stats, okay, minus his defence stat a little bit, the stats on that card are ridiculous.
He would be a great cam for using anything that 88 rate for Rooney. That'd be brilliant.
That'd be awesome. I'm jealous of it already.
Leadership is the next category, so we have to choose like people that we would think would be the captains of the team. So we've sort of tried to go for like club captains or something in real life, but like players that you would see generally in quite a lot of teams that you think, if it wasn't for this guy, I wouldn't have won the game, or I did win the game because of this guy.
And often the person who is actually the captain of the team.
Yeah.
So like you're up against a team of 11, that guy's the captain. That kind of team.
So my choice in this one is Manuel Neuer, and this is taking him up to a 95 rating, which is one just below his Team of the Year card. So he is definitely going to be getting into a Team of the Year next year, I believe, on these sort of performances. But yeah, he's just always a solid leader at the back. For Bayern Munich, Germany, whatever, he does his job well, and if you get him as like in a FUT draft, he's normally there for a captain. So he is my choice for leadership.
Yep, I have gone for a slightly lower rated player. I've gone for Marquisio. Now this is because if you play against a Serie A team, normally Marquisio is there, and I would say 9 times out of 10 he's probably the captain. He plays like a captain should play. He's so good, he gets back, he gets forward, he can get you goals, he can stop you conceding goals. He's such a good card, and the stats on this card are so well rounded. Like everything in 80s 80s or
Everything
high
you need
90s.
to be a good centre mid.
Yeah, it's a disgusting card, and it would be his only special card apart from his most consistent card. And just with using this card in mind, what we've tried to do is, if they've already got informs, we've increased them by 1. If they haven't, we've increased them by 2. Not because that's what we think they'll do, just because we don't know. Yeah, we're kind of just trying to even it out. We don't really know how they're going to do it. So that's how we've done it.
And obviously, as we said, if they actually get a winner, they might go up by like 3, 4, depending on their current informs.
Yeah, who knows?
Right, so our joint decision for this leadership is Vincent Kompany of Manchester City. If you look at those stats, oh my god, what a card. But he is always just going to be a fierce leader, competitor at the back.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else I can say about Vincent Kompany. He's just there and he will lead.
If he played as good in real life without injuries and stuff this season as he does in this game,
I wouldn't be surprised if they'd go higher.
Absolutely smash the season. But I reckon he'll drop next season in rating.
Yeah, just because he hasn't played that much, unfortunately.
But yeah, if he gets a pretty card, that'd be immense.
That'd be great.
Okay, up next we've gone for headers. Now, this is a category we've probably struggled with the most, purely because neither of us really crossed the ball particularly much in the game.
Yeah, and there's not very many people that you come up against that cross it as well. So it's been a tricky category for us.
It was tough. But my decision, I've gone for Karim Benzema. If I'm honest, the main reason this is because it's a player I use quite a lot, and I'm pretty sure he scored the most headed goals for me. Like that's pretty much the reason I've given it. For his stats, he's fairly physical. He's got good shooting, so he can be a good header of the ball. Corners and stuff, he gets up there. If I'm honest, I really struggle with this category, so I've kind of given it to the player just based on just the way he plays for me rather than in general. But Karim Benzema for the headers.
Right, for me it was a very tough call because thinking about it, when you look for headers, you're normally looking for strikers. I had my choices of like Thiago Silva at centre back, David Luiz, Koscielny, like some really good centre backs, but I've opted to go for Lewandowski. He's just normally in the box, he gets on the end of him, he's really tall, so he's got, as you can see in that card, he's got very high shooting and physical, so 9 times out of 10 he'll win you that ball and he'll score a goal, or he'll at least try and make an assist of it. So Robert Lewandowski for headers.
And for our joint decision, we have gone with another striker. We've gone with Lukaku. Now this is because he's big, he's strong, he can shoot. He has a tasty looking team of the season card, which I haven't got to use yet. I was hoping to get it in the draft, but I haven't got it in the draft at any point. But it's a really, really nice card, and he's a big guy. He can score headers. I've used his first inform card. I've got a couple of headers with it. It's a good card. I like it. Yeah. There's not much we can say about this.
No.
We're so stuck on headers.
Headers,
oh god.
Longshots. Now these ones are for your worldies. Anything outside the box, these guys are gonna score some absolute worldies. So my choice, if any of you have used that 88 rated Kevin De Bruyne, oh my god, he is so good. I was lucky enough to pack that 88 De Bruyne, and he scored so many wonder goals that I've had to go for Kevin De Bruyne. As you can see, his stats are just, oh my god.
Ridiculous.
To pack this card would be just absolutely insane.
I would say out of this category, this is probably my favourite category where I could turn around to all 3 players and go, I 100% agree, and I'd be happy with absolutely anything.
Too true.
Like, ridiculous. My choice, sticking with the cam, I've gone with James Rodriguez. Now, this was the first player in Ultimate Team that I felt I knew how to score a long shot with. I remember we were playing like early game, we weren't playing against each other, but we were both in here, sitting watching each other play while we're playing and stuff. And I could just give it to De Bruyne. I could give it to Rodriguez.
Talking about Rodriguez.
Oh god. I could give it to Rodriguez anywhere within like 30 yards. Shoot. And it was 9 times out of 10 it was top corner. And it was a goal. He's absolutely ridiculous. And it hasn't changed. And his special cards have just made him better. And if he gets a card like this, it will be disgusting. Absolutely ridiculous. Even down to 82 physical we've predicted. That itself would be amazing.
Right. And our last choice for this one, Toni Kroos of Germany and Real Madrid. His shot power in any sort of game, whether it was FIFA 15, FIFA 14, but mainly in FIFA 16, is just absolutely unbelievable.
It's absolutely through the roof.
It's absolutely through the roof. And with 87 shooting for a centre mid, oh my god, you are scoring so many long shots, Tony Cruz. There's nothing really much more to say about
like
that.
I said, this category
yeah,
is,
speaks for
I
itself.
love this category.
There's going to be so many choices that you can come up with. Even some of the people we've mentioned in past rounds can easily have been recommended for this. But we're always open to suggestions, so leave comments on people that you think would be good for this.
Yeah, anyone we've missed.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're on to a category that everyone loves to hate. It's all about the pace. Now, this one we struggled for completely different reasons because there were so many choices. I have gone for Mr. Coman of Bayern Munich and France. Now this is because there are so many choices in the Bundesliga of very, very good wingers, and people pick Coman because he's quicker than all of them. He is quicker, he's the same card as Ribery, lower rated, lower stats, apart from pace, and yet you'll see a million more Comans than you will Ribery. Don't get me wrong, Ribery's also more expensive, but I'm not going to lie, I love Coman. Coman as a left forward is really, really good. I haven't used his inform, his right forward. I really wish I had. But if he gets a card like this, it's definitely one I'm going to be after. It's all about those hybrids. French, German league, I'm loving it. 94 pace.
Right, and as for me, I was obviously going to go for another striker, just those players that you love to hate. Sturridge, Doumbia, but I ended up going for Aubameyang. He's already got like 2 cards already with 99 pace, so we just had to just go for that one little less. That might make him just that bit more affordable for maybe some other players. But
I look at that card and I feel sick.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I know it's ridiculous, but yeah, everyone knows Aubameyang. I don't really need to say too much more. I mean, our final choice is going to be really debatable, but I think it's a top
I think it's a good choice. I remember we were thinking through players, and we were thinking about it's really easy to think about wingers and strikers and be like, yeah, that guy, that guy, that guy. Really easy. But it then, I can't remember who thought of it.
I think it was you.
I think it might have been me.
It had to
but I can't remember. It's probably me. And I thought of Hector Bellerin. Now, he's a really, really, really quick defender. And his team of the season is stupidly good. If you haven't used it and you've got the coins, I recommend it. It's so, so good in this game. But he's such a quick player. His silver card, his gold card, his special cards, they're so quick.
I mean, in real life, hasn't he broken like some speed records or something like that? He's like faster than Walcott. He's like done like a 100-meter sprint or something like that, and like
he's like the quickest 100-meter sprint in the BPL or something of all time. I think the only player who's actually recorded a quicker running speed than him in the Premier League, I think, this might be a lie, is Wayne Rooney. Would you believe that?
I would have to say that might be a lie, but
I remember reading that somewhere, something like that. But yeah, Bellerin, I think a great shout, a really good choice.
I mean, his team in the season card didn't quite get 99 pace,
98.
Which might be this turning point because obviously this card will be lower rated than that, so he won't get 99 pace, but still, I think this would be a great choice as a footy winner.
Yeah, man.
Perfect link. Now, this has been... We've had difficulty with long shots, but this has been one of the hardest categories to pick because it's been so hard to find 2 people of the same nationality from the same club that have been performing so well in the Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
Right, so my choice, I've gone for Alderweireld and Moussa Dembele. In Ultimate Team, they have just been... Dembele is so overpowered, he's such a tank in midfield, he gets around and he does such a great job. And Alderweireld equally just keeps everything out, he's such a great defender, and that is why I've gone for those 2.
Now, I've also gone with a defensive partnership, but more defensive than that. I haven't got any midfielders. Again, I struggled with this, and I just thought, what players do I often come up against that have a perfect link? And then it jumped out at me, PK and Alba, right? Think about it. How many BBVA teams do you play with 4 at the back that has PK as the left centre back and Alba at the left back? There are so many because Alba is such a good fullback. He's probably the best choice at left back you've got, minus Marcelo, right? As in his team of the season, because Marcelo and Alba's ranking cards are pretty even.
Yeah.
Stats look different in different places, but pretty even. So of course you're going to put PK next to him, who's cheap as anything, solid as a centre back, and those 2, if they get anything like those stats, I will be after. But a perfect link that I would want, 100%.
Too true. And our final choice that we both agreed on, we've gone for Gianluigi Buffon and Barzagli of Juventus. These two Italians, you just don't see them ever apart. You play a Serie A team, you will find Chiellini, Bonucci, Barzagli, Buffon. Those four bang every single game of the Serie A team.
And we struggled to decide whether to pick Barzagli or Bonucci. We're going to go Chiellini, but normally you'll see Buffon, Barzagli, Bonucci. We struggled picking between the two of them, but we went with Barzagli just because he's a little bit cheaper and we thought he's probably going to get picked up a little bit more. I'll probably say a little bit more.
Yeah.
But those are our three choices. Perfect. Now, last year they did a category called In for the Tackles. So we had to decide the player that is the most frustrating to get past, to get through, that you often get interceptions like for yourself, or they intercept your passes, or they tackle your strikers. Now up first, I have gone for Marquinhos, right? Marquinhos is a pain, and you know what? He is better than David Luiz this year. David Luiz is good. Marquinhos is the most ridiculous centre back for PSG, right? You've got the three Brazilian PSG centre backs, and I get most annoyed when I come up against Marquinhos. I don't care if there's a Thiago Silva. Marquinhos, I'm screwed. 100%. Such a good card.
Right, for me, I've gone with Luis Gustavo. I mean, if you ever play like a Brazilian team or a Bundesliga team, him at centre defensive mid, he will just take the ball from you. It doesn't matter where you are on the pitch, he will just take the ball. Like, you could be in your own half, like with your goalkeeper, and he will get the ball somehow. I don't care, he just gets the ball. And he is just like one of the most frustrating players I hate to see in a team.
Now, I think the only person that I would fully say I hate more
than both of those
than the two players you just mentioned
combined
is Varane.
Oh
Raphael Varane, I hate you. I actually hate you.
Not in real life.
No.
Just say,
No. I hate you. His card is stupid. It's the most frustrating thing to come up against, right? You think about it, you're getting through all the team and everything. They could literally play one defender at the back with Varane. You could try and sweat it for days and Varane will probably still get there.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And if he does get it and he gets a card like this, I will not play FIFA 16 unless I have the card, right? I had his orange card. I hated myself too much. I actually had to sell it because I felt like I was cheating. So I sold him. If he gets this, absolutely game is over.
It does break FIFA. He is like the worst defender to come up against, and he is my personal bane. I see Varane and I know I've lost the game because I just won't score.
Yeah, fully understand.
Right, so this is our very unique categories. It is called In for the Memories, or like memorable FIFA 16 cards. So these are the two cards that we've both mutually agreed on that have just like had an outstanding FIFA, or just it's been a memorable FIFA for them because of a particular card, or
or how they played, or how they played, like general being overpowered and like across the board, really. Yeah.
So our first pick was Dybala, and he's just had an exceptional breakout season at Juventus, and he's just been overplayed. It's very rare that you come up against a Serie A team and he's not there, mainly because of his pace. He's a good dribbler, he's Argentinian, he has that link with Messi. He's just had a great FIFA 16, I think, and I think he deserves a footy for something, and that's why we created this, for being very memorable.
100%. And our other choice, we have gone for Layun of Porto. Now, this year, his cards have been absolutely ridiculous. Now, you probably haven't tried many of them, if any of them, right? Even his regular left back, 75 rated, non-rare card, is immense. He's absolutely just amazing, and I'm pretty sure we're right in saying he's the lowest rated member of the Hooligan, of the all stats above 80, and he got that at like 81 rated or something, or 82, something like that. Ridiculous. Yeah, so this card, obviously that meets it as well, but if it's anything like his team of the season, it's just immense. It's so good. Yeah,
he's had about 2-3 informs now, and he's got his team of the season card, and he's just going to be known as that player in FIFA 16. Now, if you gave like a +10 attribute card, all his stats would be 99 to his team of the season card. So he is just one of the outstanding players of FIFA 16 and deserves to have a footy or something somewhere So this is why we made the category,
In
to
for the
highlight
memories.
these players.
It's had a memorable FIFA 16. But guys, we really hope you've enjoyed this. This is something slightly different from us. We've tried just something a little bit new. We've made the cards and everything, and we've put a lot of time and effort into it. So we really, really hope that you guys have enjoyed it even half as much as we have.
Yes.
It's been fun making it.
Please leave some feedback, because it's just nice to know what you guys think. If you want to see more of this stuff, we're more than happy to do it, because we had a lot of fun. And as you said, we tried this before. We made some predictions on stats, and we were very, very close. So hopefully, if you do see these cards, then hopefully we've got this right, and you can see these like before even EA released them.
Yeah,
who knows?
This will be like a sneak preview, and you'll go back and go, man, that's
These
like getting the beta.
Right. Yeah, these guys got it right for a change.
Amazing. So guys, like we said, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If there's anything you want to tell us or want to congratulate us on our amazing video making skills, or tell us that we're not very good at it, please tell us, give us a comment, let us know how we can improve. And of course, if you want to see more content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Too true.
Yeah, so for now, I think we're going to sign off.
Too true, yeah.
We have been TandJGamers.
You guys have been awesome.
And we'll see you next time.
See
See
ya.
you later, guys.